Hello and welcome. I'm the Franken Thing, so obviously I have to do a thing drawing. So I got Mac here with his flamethrower, and I got all my markers and supplies that I'm going to use. Oh man, there's so many. It's getting chaotic. It's almost too much. Oh god, can I remember what I'm using everything for? I don't remember. I'm going to have to split this up into two parts. So this is going to be part one with Mac, and then I'll do part two where I do the creature on fire. But for now we're doing Mac. And I really have to give a shout out to toy makers because they make my job way easier because their toys are amazing. They're movie accurate and very detailed because a lot of times screenshots from those older movies, it's still like just too difficult to see all the details of what's actually going on. So these toys, these models are perfect to look at, and I use them all the time. I'm just looking at photo. Let me show you. This is the photo I used, and you can see it's the exact same thing. So this makes my job a little bit easier to get the pose right, to get the details right. And shout out to all those toy makers. You're awesome, and I love you. So in the picture you've seen that it doesn't show his legs. And I'm like, dang it, I need to make sure the legs are right. So then I looked up gun poses so I could see how people's feet were positioned. And man, did I find a bunch of ridiculous poses that are just for movies and not how anyone would actually ever shoot a gun. I fell down a rabbit hole and I'm like, these are ridiculous. Anyways. So yeah, my biggest concerns are I gotta get the tank right. I wanna get his jacket right too. And his hair. I got a bunch of different browns. Make sure I use the right one for the right one that I decided. And just, I love John Carpenter's The Thing, 1982. It's the perfect movie. It's great. And recently I was watching Resident Evil 7. And I was like, man, I wish, I hope Resident Evil, I want them to do a game where they're like in Antarctica or in Alaska or maybe even Russia. Somewhere really far north in Russia where no people are. They could totally build this facility out there. And where everything would be frozen and cold and stuff. I think that would be gnarly. Oh, and then the other video game. Have you ever played, there was a Thing video game that I played that was sweet. I remember it on the PS2. And then later I replayed it, maybe 2015. I got a copy on my laptop, but it was all in Russian. I remember that part because I'm like, everything in this game is in Russian. It was completely, fully working, but all the notes, all the writing, all the dialogue, it was all in Russian. But the saving grace was they gave me a PDF file and it had the complete English game guide. So I was able to still make my way through. I'm like, I don't know what this paper says. It's telling me what to do, but I can't read Russian. And then I went to the game guide and I'm like, and then I was able to figure it out. It was a lot of fun. Great game. Great movie. Great concept. Hopefully I can do some great art. All right. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Oh, I don't want to mix these up too much. Hold on. I just slide them off. Oh, good. They're good. I had them in a specific order. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Sweet. I think I overcomplicated the jacket and the wrinkles. I focused in on too much of the details, I think. I think I should have simplified it a little more. I darkened this back part up a little bit. I went back in with the brown. I think it looks a little bit better. I like how this flame shows up. This white that I put in there, I really like glows with well, as long as the light hits it. Sweet. It looks exactly like the action figure that I looked at. Like exactly like it. So I'm pretty stoked about that. He looks a little lifeless though. Like there's not much of an expression here. I guess, you know, that goes with the movie. I guess I'm trying to justify this, but you know, he's in the cold. He's fighting the creature. He's exhausted. He's kind of like, ah, God. He doesn't have time for emotions right now. He's like, who's a thing? Everyone's a thing. So his hands look pretty good. I like his hands. I added some pink to his face because with the cold wind blowing, he should be a little chapped, right? I really like the flamethrower backpack. That's pretty cool. I got these straps pretty good. I used a gold metallic for the buckles. Yeah, gold metallic for these buckles and this part. It kind of blends. It's kind of the same color as this until the light hits it. Oh, I think you can see it better in the camera. But when I look straight down at it, it blends in a lot to me. This is his gun holster. He doesn't have his gun though. This flamethrower's pretty gnarly. It's actually pretty simple in the movie. Do they even really have flamethrowers in Antarctica? Is that like a thing? Like a gear list, checklist, boots, jacket, flamethrower? Shit, I forgot the flamethrower. I gotta go back and get it. It just reminds me of Resident Evil. When you're checking items, you're like, this, that. God, I need this, dang it. Okay, overall, still pretty stoked, pretty cool. I like overcomplicating things and coloring them. I love after I color it. It's pretty great. Inking it is stressful, especially because I don't want to smear it, this paper. With the fine details, it's easy to smear it because I don't press too hard because I don't want it to leave an indent, so I do it, you know, really lightly so it'll erase. So it's kind of stressful outlining it and not smearing it. And I don't want to put a piece, like I've seen videos where people will put like, they'll put a thing over and then they'll do it. I don't want to do that because I don't just cover the whole thing up and the video can't see it. But I get through it. I'm pretty stoked on this. Make sure you look for part 2 where I'm gonna make the creature over here and I'll make him on fire. He's gonna be blazing and hopefully I'll overcomplicate the shit out of that too. I actually have a small preview because I was doing some test drawings because I'm still not quite sure how I want to do it. I've been looking at a bunch of creatures on the internet, on DeviantArt, on people's like game models design, game creatures, flame creatures. I was even looking at the Human Torch comic book to see how they do the flames on that. And I think I really like this, the red, orange, yellow with the white. When the flames go up, they get darker. The hottest part's yellow with the white. It's like really glowing. And I made, oh, this end barrel part, I made it red because I wanted it to be, I wanted it to look like it was hot. Because it would be hot. And then it's dripping, right? Because this throws out like a chemical that burns. So it would drip out. Oh, my preview. I have a little tiny preview here of a test I was doing of the creature on fire over here. I'll zoom in. So this is my little creature test run. The dog head, another head, on fire, the flame's the same. So look forward to doing that next time. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully it's not among you. Oh, bro.